here I am.
Here, I was just saying you were here before me. I was like, damn.
Let myself in, don't mind if I do.
she's like, she's just like, bam, I'm in here, bitch.
Just figured it was the same one, so here we are.
I mean, I guess it fucking is. I guess my studio's my studio.
Here we are.
Fucking Dr. Dre up here. I got my new headphones so
You
that way.
look like it. Either that or you're gonna be like makes the beat. Yeah, yes.
Except I just like this mic is like expensive as fuck, and I was like, well, I want to use the mic and not my AirPods, so I got these like fucking headphones from Amazon. It was like a lightning deal for like 20 smackaroos, and I was like, sold.
Not the like $100 ones that accidentally got sent to my house.
Dude, Eric was like, what, where the fuck are my headphones, right? Because like the headphones he got from Ford's, like, I don't know, their fucking company money, like those broke, and like the feedback on those fucking headphones, dog shit headphones. So he like bought really nice headphones for himself, and they
So
went to
exciting.
Laura's because I sent you something just as a gift.
I
or
think it was my
whatever.
birthday or around my birthday time.
Yeah, I think it was, and he was just like, "Where the fuck are my headphones?" And I was like, "Oh no,
The
oh
amount of
no,
times
kid."
I've done stuff like that. Don't be surprised if you get packages to your house anytime soon.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. But speaking of, thank you again so much for the or not the Bang, but the Ghost Energies. For those that didn't know, Laura sent me a case of my favorite Welch's grape juice energy from Ghost. And dude, I hope it was okay, but I was telling people like, my favorite energy drinks backstage, just like, doing normal bodybuilding shit. And like so many girls were either A, that's my favorite energy drink too, or B, I've never had it. And I was like, hold on. So I brought the
I think
case for
I've already.
finals. And I literally, like, we had like a group of girls called the Ghost Gals, and we like cheersed it backstage and stuff like that. So it was like so special because not only did you think of me, but then I was able to like share that with other people backstage. And it was just like, it was so cool. So thank you for that.
Of course. I was like, I don't know what the fuck she'll actually use to send. I know she'll use this, so there we go.
Yeah, they're all gone. Like they're all gone. Like I was like giving them to people, like thanking them for like supporting me or whatever. And I had like 2 grape energy drinks that day, and I was like, I'm good for a bit. Cause I'm like,
No, I always feel like people judge me for this, but I don't think I've ever had an energy drink in my life. I'll
don't
take pre-workout, but I'm not an energy drinker
don't.
because but I'm just gonna say I'm that person that to like use it to work out, I'd be peeing every 3 seconds. So like that doesn't appeal to me.
If you're a virgin, don't break it. Because like
Conversion.
if you're someone that if you like what you like, it's
Yeah.
like it's one more thing that you're gonna have to start buying for yourself. And not that
Mm.
there's anything wrong with that, but like that case that you gave me, that was gonna be dangerous for me. And I was like, I could have upwards of 3 or 4 a day if I'm not careful. So it's like I'm gonna be responsible, and I'm gonna bless other people, so therefore I don't kill myself.
Well, you're so right though. You like what you like. So I got myself in a little like bind with this. So the company Elevate, how they have the cream of rice and whatever, and their shit is
Is it
expensive.
good? Like compare it to Ross's company.
Yes. Initially, I would have said that I like Elevate better. I really
Hmm.
like their cookie batter flavor. The
I
other
bet that
ones have just
slaps.
been like meh. I've tried honestly almost all of them, and
Yeah.
most of them they haven't liked and given away. But then Ross came out with new flavors, and I don't know what he did different to change it, but his peanut butter one and strawberry shortcake, those are the only 2 new ones I've tried, are
Yeah.
so fucking good. They like smoke Elevate. And so now I had like 4 bags of the freaking other one that I bought to like stock up, and I'm like, But I saw that he was he was running a sale for Labor Day, so I did his like buy 2 get 1 free
Yeah.
to ease the fact that I am now like his I'm like
Dude, because of your like stellar review, I think it was like fucking last week. Like I had a bunch of shit in my cart, but then I was like, I just can't justify. It was like $60 with shipping for 2 bags of flavored rice. Like I just, especially with like that being peak week or whatever. So I was proud of myself for not impulse buying, but I've invested and
for the
spent so much
Elevate ones,
money.
I'll send you one. I have, like I said, I'll
Yeah.
send one of the ones I have.
Yeah, definitely. Like I like that would be fantastic. I appreciate that. But as much as like I really enjoy supporting Ross, I was like right now I was like my bank account's like It's like, stop. So I decided instead of buying like cream of rice, I was like, why don't you buy some peptides that are actually going to help you like recover
Mm.
from prep, especially because you know your immune system's dog shit. So I was like, being responsible like a fucking adult,
Well,
even though
he's
I was
actually
like,
he's come out too with doing sample sizes. They're so much cheaper. The thing that gets you is the shipping on
the
it.
shipping. Yeah, the shipping pisses me off. Like every time I know it's there, I know it's coming, I know it's there, but every time I see it, I'm like,
It's like $12, and then when you did the buy 2, get 1 free, it made the shipping like $23. I'm like, "How is this saving me money? You lied." But I'm still gonna do it.
yeah, that's the thing where it's like I feel like the shipping is per bag of rice, even if it's
It
like a
is,
free bag of rice. And
because
like,
you're paying for the weight of it because of whatever they're charged to send it to, which I get. I mean, everything's fucking expensive, but
yeah.
goddamn, I wish I never tried it because now I like it, and now you guys are all gonna go try it because you're gonna be curious, and you're welcome.
She goes, "You're
Sorry.
welcome," and I'm also sorry. You need a discount code, man. That's what you need.
Legit. Seriously, I'm gonna have to talk to Ross. "Hey, listen, we're fellow Jews. Give me something good, you know I'm asking for a discount. It's fine."
That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, why don't we kick this off with the announcement that I feel like everyone kind of already knows, considering just like how we've been trending. But first off, I want to say there is no beef, there is no drama, there's no cattiness, there's nothing. But Megan, as much in case you're living under a rock, Megan is going to the fucking Olympia. Pause for applause. Thank you. How fucking fantastic is that? With that being said, I could not imagine the fucking like prep is one thing. Prepping as a professional athlete is another thing. But then prepping for the Olympia, like,
And she has a lot of athletes too, a lot of athletes
yeah.
that are competing, so it's a lot to keep up with, so at this time, she's just consolidating what she's committing to, and I totally respect and understand that. The other day was her birthday, I still talked to her, wish her happy birthday,
Hmm.
and then had a dream about her that night that she got abducted by pirates. It's fine.
She did not though. She's still good. She's still
She's
good.
good, but in my dream, she got abducted by pirates. So, okay, let me explain this. So,
Please.
I had not been taking progesterone all throughout prep, so I just recently put it back in, and since I have, I've been sleeping like a freaking rock, but having crazy dreams.
God
Like, la
bless.
last night, I had a dream that my, like, childhood best friend's sister died. I'm like, "What is happening? Where are these all coming from?" Like, every night, it's like a vivid dream that I wake up and I'm, like, kinda scratching my head, like, "Did that what the fuck?" I don't know.
Dude, your GABA like conversion must be like fucking crazy.
You know what's so weird though? So I've taken progesterone before. That never happened to me before.
Yeah.
The only thing that could be changed to have that is I started doing L-theanine as well, but taking 400 milligrams per sleep. So I have not been a good sleeper since like an infant. It's been my whole life.
Yeah.
Um, and now I am like sleeping and maybe waking up once a night, which is unheard of for me. I was that person up every half hour a lot of my life. So now I'm having these crazy dreams and also like jacked up on energy all day because I'm actually sleeping. It's amazing how that works.
You're like that one kid. I forget which kid from Ricky Bobby. He's like, I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. That's crazy. But yeah, backtracking. Meg is prepping for the Olympia, and we're fucking excited for her. There's no beef. There's no fucking shit other than we're excited, but we're also sad and disappointed that she's stepping away. Whether it's permanently or temporarily, it's up to her. Of course, she's welcome back anytime. But like, girl, she needs to focus on the fucking Olympia, and as her friends, we're going to support her for the Olympia so she could dominate the fucking O. But that's the announcement. Laura and I are going to be likely going down to every other week for the podcast, but we're also going to be having on another guest and like special guest. And we might find someone that really vibes well with us. We want your guys' feedback. Like all that to say this is a huge transition period. What we built, the three of us, is so fucking special and unique. And we're going to ride that and honor that to the best of our ability. But with that being said, like, while we do this for ourselves, we do it for you guys because we genuinely love the bodybuilding community. We love answering questions. We love having guests on. We love shooting the shit. So with that being said, like we want to hear from you. Like we have ideas of females that we want to have on, but we also want to know, who do you want us to have on? What topics do you want to hear? So please do us a favor and wish fucking Megan the best of fucking luck if you haven't already. And also, like, help us continuing to grow and change, because what we built, like I said, is so special and unique. And while we are in that transition period, like, we still want it to grow, and we want your guys' help.
For sure. And a couple things that Ash and I have just been kind of like spitballing ideas, what we want this to look like, what we're thinking about is, do you want this to stay solely focused on females? Do you want us to incorporate some males? Do you want them as guests? Do you want it as permanent? Would you like more versatility? Do you and your boyfriend sit down and watch these type of things that you both want to be learning
Yeah.
from? So, whether it's messaging one of us or whatever the case may be, like we're asking you to please give us some feedback because we're figuring out direction right now. And we do have a list of women that we're going to welcome on to, one, just be able to share with you guys because we think they're awesome, but also kind of see like, maybe it's a permanent thing, maybe it's not. We're still figuring it out. So if anything is really calling to you, help the girls out.
Help
Help
the gals out. We fucking need it, man.
help us gals out. Yes, for sure. If I could speak, that's fine.
Yeah. But even there was someone that commented on, like, last week's episode, like, when's Meg coming back? And I was like, we don't
Mm,
know. But
mm,
like,
Probably not.
like, it's like, I don't know, but also, like, we're still here. Like, I get it's not
Yeah.
as great. Like, let's be honest. Like, losing a Powerpuff Girl. Like, we lost fucking Blossom, right? Because Laura is Bubbles, and I'm fucking Buttercup, even though I'm wearing red today. But like, we lost Blossom.
Yeah.
Like, we still got Professor X because he like edits the podcast. But like, shit, like, that's hard and that sucks. But at the same time, it's like, it's only temporary. Or if it's not temporary, then it's like there's still other avenues of supporting. So, it's like, I just want to be like very transparent. Like, there's no beef or anything like that, because like, I know people are gonna be like snooping and sneaking. There's no sneaking,
Mhm.
there's no snooping. Don't y'all look at me. No snooping, no sneaking. Like, we don't do that shit. We women, we collaborate. We don't. I don't know what's catty chatty. You know what I'm saying? Some of that bullshit.
Yeah, nope. Also, apologies ahead of time. I have now taken over the Instagram. I am not nearly as funny nor technologically advanced as Meg was, so I apologize. We're just gonna go with it though. Just for
Honestly,
sure.
I thought you did a fantastic job, because like, I I mean, that's not my wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I spent, I kid you not, like an hour and a half trying. And also, if you guys want to message me on how the fuck to do this, how she, how she had like broken down the clips that he gives us, and it's like the end. Oh, I think I just might have told myself how to do it. Um, that it individually cuts, which is the key probably to it. But I think
Laura's like printing out Canva with little scissors, like, cutting it out,
that is
xeroxing
my
it.
generation. That would make things way easier for me. Like I'm like sending client plans that are handwritten. Here you go.
She's putting like sparkles on it and glitter glue. Like, I'm just a girl.
I would be so much happier with that. I hate all this technology shit. But
Dude, honestly,
anyway,
like, I feel that on like such a spiritual level. Like, in full transparency, I'm just going to be deeply honest here. I do control my Instagram with my stories, duh. But I have scheduled content up until like mid-September already. Like, I don't
and
do that. I have a client that we do swapsies. So she does my marketing and posts and stuff like that. I approve everything to make sure that like I agree with it, and it's my wording and stuff like that. And like, I work on the content with her, but like, as far as scheduling out, making it look pretty, I was like, that's not something I want to do. I want to fucking coach my athletes. And she
that
was
makes
like,
me feel so much better because when I was saying the other day, I'm looking into some things I'm trying to put some time into. That's part of it. Is I want like a social media slash editing person because I would like to start a YouTube and I'm looking into
ooh,
doing that. And that is not my wheelhouse at
get
all. If
Riverside.
any
Get
of y'all
Riverside.
hear this, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think that I'm gonna like pay for somebody to do that and like make it legit and professional and blah 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 blah.
Because like, Riverside and YouTube are already like this. And like, the editing and stuff like that, like, it takes Eric, instead of 3 hours, it takes
Mm.
10 seconds.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah.
We'll see. I was gonna say because like when I'm not doing online coaching, I'm in person, so like I don't really
Yeah.
have time, but I want to
Yeah.
do it. Even like my goal is to put out maybe like 2 videos a month.
I got you. I got you. I got
We'll see.
you. But what's new with you? I know, like, I just competed and we can talk about that, but what's new with you?
As of Tuesday, I am 1 week out from going to Italy. That is exciting. Honestly, I'm excited to go because, like, for transparency with all of you guys, I've kind of been like tiptoeing through the tulips with submerging into growth because, like, fuck, I'm going on vacation. It's been summer, all the things, and like this is the first time in my life that I've ever not been in a diet
Mhm.
that I feel good about myself. Like
Yeah.
I'm actually genuinely happy with like where my physique is at right now. Like I like how clothes look. I feel strong in the gym. I'm not thinking about food all the time. I feel fucking great.
Mhm.
And it's kind of a hard like I don't want to let go of it, but like I need to let go of it if I want to do better and change and grow and all of the things. So yeah, fuck that. But eventually we'll live in something close to this. Uh, but not right now. We're not ready. And what else? That's really it. I mean, things have been pretty busy. I've had a lot of like returning clients because they're like, "Oh, summer's over. Let's get back to it." And okay.
You're like, "Sneaky, sneaky." Like, listen, I may not have seen how you spent the summer, but fucking Santa Claus did. So, like
I get it. I get it though. People like, especially here, you're in a little bit of a different situation. Our summers are so short. Like as of last week, it's already 70 degrees. And like, what the
I
fuck?
mean, ours too, but, like, that's like the atta girl we get from surviving the summer in Charleston. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because summer starts in May, and it's brutal until, like, the first week of September to where it's like, "Oh, good job, guys. We made it." Like, we all survived.
You know, it's fun. This was actually a topic I wanted to get into, so this is kind of a good like prelude into it. But just the fact of like being realistic with goals and all that, and I've been having a lot of conversations with clients about that lately because like everyone wants to be so black or white and not ever saying like let's give the gray area a chance. Like I think a lot
Mhm.
of people don't actually want to compete. I think that they want the hype that comes with being a good competitor and the
Yeah.
attention that comes with it. But when they realize that, oh wow, this is actually fucking hard work and oh like I really need to like give everything to this if I want to be good because nobody competes because they want to be like in the middle of the line. Like nobody wants that. It's too expensive, it's too time consuming, all of the things. Like realizing that there are other things like, diet for a photo shoot or like diet for your dream body doesn't even necessarily mean it needs to be a diet, but like work towards those goals that are not so consuming, but like don't feel bad about it. And I went through a period of time like that too, feeling like I had to bodybuild because the way I wanted to live my life was only accepted if I had a reason to be doing it as opposed to like, hey, like I enjoy working out, I enjoy eating healthy, I don't want to
Yeah.
drink. And I'm having so many conversations with people about that type of stuff lately that are trying to figure out what actual balance kind of looks like and who is it for.
Yeah, and that's something where, like, your post was really good. If you wanted to be, like, a competitive athlete and you want to be, again, I say competitive, like, balance is not going to be found in that extreme because, again, what you and I just put our bodies through and what we're, like, reversing out of, and me literally, like, 5 days post-show, like, it is so incredibly unfucking healthy, and I'm getting labs done tomorrow. So, like, 1, I can see, but then also I can educate and, like, being transparent, and because one of the best compliments I actually got at my show was from Chris, who tanned me. He was the first person to ever tan me back in 2019, and I thought he remembered me from the tan, and he's like, "No, I know you from your podcast." He's like, "And you show up. You are responsibly transparent." And like, that made it in my gratitude journal. Like, I was like, "That is so fucking cool that he, 1, said that to me, and 2, that he respects what I do." Because, like, again, we never said that competing was healthy, but there are healthy traits and healthy habits within competitive bodybuilding that you can have year-round and be a bit more balanced, but the extremes that it takes to do and get shredded, like, that is not healthy, and there is no fucking balance to be found there.
No. And it's interesting too because I recently saw a girl making a post that came off honestly kind of blaming bodybuilding for her no longer wanting to remain an enhanced athlete because of, she's breaking out, her voice is changing, blah, 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 blah. And I gave her I in my mind, gave her a lot of credit for talking openly about it, but at the same
Yeah,
time felt conflicted for the fact that it's like, "Okay, well, how many warning signs leading up to this did you see that you ignored?
right.
And how long was the duration? How much like, all of those little factors." So I felt like the, negative experience she had is probably something that could have been avoided had been done a little bit differently. So there's also, expectations and what's realistic, what you're comfortable with, what you're not,
Mhm.
and like how far you're going. Like I'm very open and honest with the fact that like I know that some of the walls I hit with physique development are not being willing to do some of that. And I'm okay with that. And there are definitely other people that I've spoken with that are like, don't give a fuck. Whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna win, and that's okay too. And I hope for those people that they don't look back later on in life and regret their decisions.
Yeah, I think it's like it's really important to face facts brutally and do like pros and cons and to have accountability and people that you trust that are in the sport, but then also having some people maybe that aren't in the sport. So like for example, like Eric's not in the sport, but it's like he's a good check and balances. Laura has done this way longer than I have. She's a great check and balances. And like as much as I was in that hardcore camp back in 2019 and I carried that for a really long time and even into this prep, which that mindset and how I viewed bodybuilding almost made me quit and hate bodybuilding, but then I was like, "Come on, dude. Like, bodybuilding ain't doing shit to you. It's how you're doing it that's doing shit to you." And so that obviously, like, is why the last 6 weeks of my prep into this final show, while it was still fucking hard because you're still in prep, dude, it was, like, some of the best experiences of my life. Like, I hit, like, a rock bottom and then I had this huge revelation of like doing this for fun and working hard because, like you said, it's black and white usually, but like I found my gray. I found my gray and I found my joy. And I don't know if I'm going to compete again. And now is not the fucking time to make a decision, but I'm going to do what I know. And that's train, that's eat, that's play, that's rekindle relationships and hobbies that went on the back burner. And that is like, being a person who likes to bodybuild. And if I get an itch that needs to be scratching, fucking, I'll do it again. But I want to do it in a way that makes sense and that honors me and making sure that, one, I'm also making the change that I need to change because, like, we need bigger glutes. We need to be bigger. And it's like, what a blessing. I get to be a fucking bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that it's a good mindset to have. Like maybe I'll do this, maybe I won't, but either way, I'm going to enjoy the process. And that's what I feel people get so lost is like I do not do the daily habits I do to compete. Like that would happen either way. If I never step on stage again, I'm still training my ass off because I fucking love it. I'm still eating good foods because it makes me feel good. There's no if I do this, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
It's because I do this, then I do that.
You know what Trey said? Trey was one of the promoters for our show. I think maybe the head promoter. And
Really?
he Trey?
Like Austin's tray?
No, no, Tracy, but he
Oh,
goes by Trey. Not
okay.
Trey Bruffy. I don't actually know Trey's last name. But his first name is Tracy. But he
Okay.
owns Trey's gym down here, and he promotes the shows. And I believe he was the promoter. Again, I also don't know who promotes shows, and that's on me. And that's one of my off-season goals is to actually donate my time and help expedite local shows because I want
That'd
to
be
make,
fun.
yeah, like I want to make sure that the athletes competing have a fucking blast. And I know that with that comes with a well-run, well-executed show where there's no miscommunication as to what the fuck's going on. So
Mm,
that's one off-season goal that I have. But anyway, he said, something that was so profound that I remembered and stuck out. He's like, right now, a lot of you are so concerned about hitting and nailing your poses, especially if it's your first time on stage. A very valid thing. He's like, but eventually you get to the point where you go from posing to performing. And I loved that because that is the truth. And honestly, while today's training session was like not it because I'm so fucking tired, um, I posed today in my heels and I just posed to music that I wanted to pose to. And I had fun with it because I wanted to do it. I wanted to pose. I wanted to perform. And like I said, I had a lot of fun doing it. And that to me was a huge sign that I'm doing it right finally because I didn't need to pose. Fucking Mina's competing at North Americans. I didn't send the video to her. I just posted it on Instagram because I was like, I like this. I'm proud of this. And
Good.
it's like, that's awesome.
Getting to the point you want to do that even though you don't have to anymore is a
Mhm.
good sign. Honestly, I've been trying to do that. So back up a little bit. So I actually reached out to the girl I posed with. Her name's Lexi, and granted my season's over or whatever. And I was like, hey, you know what? Like, I want to buy another package. Let's start doing like bi-weekly, whatever. Um, because this is something by the next time I do this, whenever that may be, I want to be that girl that people are like, holy shit, you see her posing presentation, like her presence on stage, she looks great. And like that's a goal. The last goal was just to, like, not fall off my shoes and look somewhat presentable, and I feel like I did that compared to the first time that was, like, very, very uncomfortable, but even just for me, some people pick it up easier, and like you said, to, like, present and put on a show, that comes naturally for some people because their
Yeah.
backgrounds. They were a dancer, they've been on stage a lot, like, not everybody has that. So while you have a little extra time for doing less cardio and whatever else, it starts to peel back. Like play with that type of stuff. Listen, like you said, listen to some music that you love. Like get into that alter ego and have fun with it.
Yeah, and that's actually something I'm really glad you brought up because I know, like, there is people that are like nervous on stage. People's advice is like either like don't look at people in the eyes, pick a spot on the wall or something like that, or like do an alter ego. And like that is all fine advice for a very specific person that works for them. But when I was given that advice, I was like, no, absolutely the fuck not. I did not go through all the challenges and hardships and the opportunities to learn and grow to not fucking be Ash Markham on stage. And I was Ash Markham both on and off stage. And it was the best experience of my life because I was proud of not only how I looked and how I performed, but who I was in that performance, which meant I wore my belly button ring. I wore my bull ring. I wore all of my piercings because Ash Markham has those piercings. And I get that might not be the best thing for a bikini, but you know what my feedback was? Had nothing to do with my posing, had nothing to do with my stage presence. It was, we want you to have just fuller glutes. Wow. Like, what a fucking great feedback. I get to hip thrust more. I get to eat more food. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that for me was a huge turning point in how I bodybuild is the ability to be authentically me and have not only the best time on stage, but the best time backstage where I had a girl come up to me. She's like, I felt so safe and comfortable next to your side. I didn't want to leave. And that's how like people were so nervous. And I was like, guys, like, it's okay to be nervous, right?
Wait, was everybody first timers?
A lot of people were. It was either first timers or it was their second show.
Interesting.
And it's like, I'm not a veteran. This was my fourth show for crying out loud. And then it was a 6-year hiatus in between, the first two and the last two. So it's like, I'm not a veteran or a fucking, pro, especially by any means. But I was like, guys, everything that you led up to is done. All the cardio, all the food. If you're doing a show after this, like, don't worry about it. Just be here right now. And if you're nervous, it means that you care. If you shake, it's because your body is amped, right? And it was just like, it was corralling the group of girls and even guys and being like, listen, this is such a special moment because we all here love bodybuilding. We all went through a hardship and we all suffered through our own preps, yet we're all here. There was maybe 50, 60 athletes in the show, most of them fucking guys, and that was awesome. That was so fucking cool to see that many gentlemen show up. But I was talking to the people backstage. I was like, there were 60 people here backstage. There were probably 150 that had intended to do this show, that had to quit because they couldn't handle it. They financially probably couldn't afford it. Their health couldn't handle it, or maybe they had a family crisis where it made sense for them to pull out so they could do and handle what they needed to. But yet, all of us here, we made it. Celebrate that, and whatever happens, just have fun. And like, when I said that, like, I actually believed it myself too, because I was like, yeah, have fun. And, I was such a fucking asshole to myself the majority of prep, and I get some of that is normal, but like, I took it the extra fucking mile because I wanted an A plus because that's what I do is I push myself way too fucking far. And then I get burnt out and I wonder why I fucking hate myself, right? But eventually I got to the point where I was like, if I hate myself for doing this, but I say that I love doing it, that like A and B do not equal C in that scenario. So it was
Yeah.
like going back to the drawing board, again, going back into therapy and like figuring out what the fuck I needed to define success. And once I figured that out and went through my fucking bullshit, like I said, it was rock bottom, but it was the best experience ever because I had the most amount of growth. And I would do it all again in a heartbeat because I like who I am now. And like I couldn't say that at the beginning of this year.
Great, then that's time well spent if that's how you are feeling from A to B. That's great.
Yeah.
And, like I said, a lot of it is also, like, experience and age. Just having the ability to get through different things that you never thought you'd be able to, and have hardships, if you so wanna call it, or challenges that, show you your true colors. I
Yeah.
think
And
that's a great aspect of bodybuilding. Granted, there is, plenty of negatives that come with it too, but one of the best things that is a takeaway besides, the connections and friendships and all that you make is seeing like what you're capable of because there's not many things that you can do that there's a lead up process to
mhm.
realize like I can do really hard things and I'm made of this and, I have what it takes and have that all come together and actually have something to show for it too.
Exactly. Like, sometimes we get so lost in the bodybuilding sauce because we're so connected, which is beautiful and tragic in its own way. But we think bodybuilding is this huge ass community. But literally, I was explaining this to my hair and makeup lady, and I was explaining like to me, bodybuilding feels big. But if I were to say the names Derek Lunsford or Sid Gillian or Iris Kyle, do you know who these people are? She's just like, no, because of course not. Like, why the fuck would she? But if I
Yeah.
said the word like Arnold Schwarzenegger, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, the actor." And I was like, "Fuck me," you know what I'm saying? But it's like one of those things where, yes, this is competition when you choose to step on stage, but I never truly understood the you versus you until it literally was me versus me. It was me versus me in the first show that I did of this season, and I hated it. And I hated me. And then I was like, okay, well, that's clearly a you problem. So you're going to do it again and you're going to do it differently. And I absolutely crushed the girl that I was 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, the woman that I was. And here's the deal, it was the same fucking outcome. I was still second place and I lost to the overall winner. But how I performed, how I felt, complete 180. And for that, I am proud.
That's great. If, like you said, if you decide to do more shows, I think that that's something that also comes with experience of realizing, and this is just me speaking from someone who has been competing for fucking 10 years now. You go into your initial shows being like, I only care about winning until you realize that there's so much that goes into winning that is beyond your control,
Yep.
beyond the physique.
Yep.
So then you have to reprogram your mind to not really caring about winning and just care about showing up better than the last time.
And I did. I absolutely did. And I will likely compete again. I don't know when. And I do have a goal that, again, I can't control this outcome, but this to me would be such a huge win to win the overall and be on a poster. Like, that for me would be so fucking cool to experience. And if I never do it, I mean, it is what it is. But like, that to me is so much more realistic than earning a pro card because, like, dude, I'm looking at these women now and I fucking love it. I celebrate bodybuilding, right? But like, I I really don't think that ever is going to be a reality for me. Not because I don't have the work ethic, but I will want to do other things. And like we talked about, if you want to be that top dog, you can't be doing balance and all that stuff. But it's like, I put a lot of stuff like that Eric and I want to do on pause and on hold to grow my business, to focus on growing a physique. And it's like, I still will grow my physique, but I want to also be balanced, which means that that pro card mentality, that's something that I can't have balance and pro card mentality for what I would need to do. So it's like, then it's much more realistic and I'll likely be a hell of a lot happier because I will be happier. My marriage will be happier by having a bit more of a realistic goal of, yeah, I want to be on a poster. Like, I want to be on a poster. That's much more attainable and realistic. And then that way I'll be able to take a vacation, take a honeymoon, grow my business, go backpacking, travel more, visit my friends, meet my fucking friends, meet you for crying out loud. But it's like, I think that for me is a much more sustainable life than being so quote unquote hungry for a pro card that's like, dog, I don't really think you got the genetics for it. So it's like, maybe come back down to planet Earth and celebrate those that do, because they're still participating in a sport that you fucking love so much.
I think that's a great goal. I think that that's great to set a realistic expectation for yourself because honestly, I have been on the posters. I have won overalls. I have won many different divisions.
Yeah.
And even when I did, and this I'm sure there's many people that can relate to some, even then I still didn't feel fulfilled because I had such a high expectation. So everything along the way that were great accomplishments still didn't feel enough because I'm always reaching probably further than I should be.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, here's the deal. If I never make it on like actual like NPC poster, like an Excalibur poster, and if I never win a sword or a katana, which I would love to win a sword or a katana, like I
What's a
think that would
katana?
what?
What is a katana?
It's like a really long, like I believe a Japanese sword. I'll
Okay.
send you a picture, I
When
believe.
you say
Guys.
katana, I picture Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
because that was the girl's name.
Oh. But like the weapon is like it's like a long
Maybe that's why
Japanese.
that's her name. Huh.
Did she use a sword?
Probably.
Oh yeah, there you go. But like, here's the deal: if I never like win that, you know what I'm gonna fucking do? I'm gonna do my own fucking poster and buy my own fucking sword, and I'm gonna make
Love
myself
it.
a poster sword, and I'm gonna have fun with it with a photo shoot because like, yeah, I didn't win, but like, I still want to have some fun. I still want to swing a sword around. Maybe. I don't know if Eric would let me swing a sword around. That might be a bit
She
too
carries a fan.
hazardous.
She carries a fan instead of a sword, but yeah. You know what's funny is I got into competing because I wanted to be a like fitness model, like a legitimate fitness model that did like Nike and all of those things like
Yeah,
that was my dream. And I thought that if I did well competing, that it would lead me that direction, which in someone that's really fucking good probably does. But not this girl, obviously, and not the right sport because the people on the Nike advertisements are like athletes, not bodybuilding athletes.
yeah.
So we dropped the ball there, but it's okay.
Cracks me up. No, I mean, like, as far as like what the future holds, like again, like it's not the time to make the decision. Right now is the time to just get healthy and just be present. And that's something that I really want to work on my off season. Like, yeah, I want to grow a fat ass and I want to grow, like a bigger upper back, especially. And I want to get healthy and have, better health. Duh. Like, duh. But I also want to take the lessons that I learned and implement those because I think something that as bodybuilders we forget is we get so fucking focused on what we look like. Duh. This is a physique based sport. Your body is going to constantly change. It changes day to day. It changes from the AM to the PM, right? But your mindset, it can stay the same. And that can be a great thing or it can be a bad thing. But I think for the majority of us, we do get into this like rudimentary black and white thinking because it's easier to digest. It's easier to not have options, to not have choices and change. But like, just because it's easier doesn't mean it's better. And in fact, like I had the best experience because I stopped believing every thought that I had about myself and started to be like, is that true? Why? And when I realized that what I had accepted to be truth for so long was the biggest lie I was selling myself. And I thought it was keeping me safe, and in reality it was hurting me. And that was something where I was like, well, great. Now you get to change that.
I also want to create a meme that is you going, duh.
Duh. I mean, like obviously that's we're a physique based
I just want to
sport.
press the button and that pops up.
Duh. We need like little gal pal buttons. Like, when you train like your cat or dog to fucking say something and it'll be like, bitch, bitch, bitch. We need like a gal pal mat where it's like me, duh, Laura, I'm just a girl. Yo, with my DJ headphones, we probably could like start doing some gal pal remixes. You
I
know what
love
I'm
it.
saying?
I love it.
Okay, what are we doing in Italy? Are you getting gelato? Are you slurping noodles? What are we doing? What's the plan?
I'm a bread gal, so if we're talking food, I am a bread gal for sure.
Details. I don't know. Like
I
what?
don't
Like,
even know. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. That's for sure.
can
Pasta
you
isn't really
send me
my
a
thing.
loaf from Italy? Can
Yeah,
you like?
yeah. I think so.
Can you smuggle that through customs? Like put a baguette or something down your tits, just to, like be like this is for my friend. Don't
Coming
worry
with
about it.
me.
Don't worry about it. It's for Ash.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know. Like one thing I haven't done too much, and I don't know if this is good or bad, but like I haven't really done too much like research because like I kind of want to go and just like wing it and like explore, you know, like as we go. A lot of people
Josh
have
is
been,
going with you, right?
yes,
Because if not, it's
definitely.
gonna be like a Liam Neeson type of deal where it's like I'm gonna explore, and it's like I'm gonna get a phone call and be like, I have Laura, and I'm gonna be like, Eric, I gotta go to Italy and save Lala.
You know what's crazy though is anybody I brought up for the fact that we're going to Italy, they're like, "Be careful." I'm like, "What?" Like I would be more nervous like going to like a third world country, but I'm going to Italy, and everyone's like, "No, really, like be careful. It's dangerous." They
Those fucking pasta bitches. I told you can't trust pasta people.
for real. We're gonna find out. I don't know. All I know is I'm gonna wear my black swan dress and hope that I don't get abducted. We'll be fine.
She'll be like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You see me running down the street in high heels. Like,
There's
well,
that Nike bitch. There goes Lala.
there goes
I
the truck.
love it. I love it. Do you have any fun questions from the week? I want that sound effect. I don't know what that was,
I
but
don't either. What is an exciting date night that you plan to venture with Eric now that you're out of prep? Keep it PG.
oh no, it was gonna be PJ. No, we're cleaning
Eyes
things up
light up.
here.
I was dying at that freaking comment with Michelle posted yesterday, and then someone writes, "I knew Ashley was going to be in these comments,"
Dude,
and
I
that
knew
was what
Ash
I was looking
Markham.
for. I was looking for that too.
I literally told Eric this. I was like, I want to repost this. He's like, don't repost it. And I was like, but I really want to. Dude, that was just like so fucking funny. Michelle West, God bless you, dude. You're awesome. No, but the reason why I started laughing, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I was like in such a headspace where I was just so focused, but I was fucked up focused. One thing that we're gonna do, and we're going to do very soon because I do have a free meal as a part of my reverse, is we're gonna we're gonna use the gift card you sent us for like two
Oh,
years
I
ago.
knew it. I knew that. Honestly, when I sent it, I was like, hopefully Eric takes this and says, "Fuck you, Ash. I'm getting sushi,"
No, so
because it
hold on,
was
hold
more of
on.
a thank you for all he does for us with the podcast. And I was like, maybe Ashley will get food too, but if she doesn't, I know Eric will use it. Still more food for him. I'm not. I'm aware. That's why I sent you friggin' energy drinks.
Y'all, this gift card is like 2 years old, okay? But back it up, back it up. I had actually planned to surprise him 8 weeks ago when we started to like reverse into. No, we were reversing into this past show. And food is like stupid fucking high. Like we found out I need a fuck ton of food. And so Austin sent me my macros, and within his approach, it was training day, non-training day, and then one free meal. I was like, I get to use that gift card. So I had set up the reservation. I had the gift card. I made sure that everything was like set and ready to go. And I emailed Austin. I was like, I just want to make sure so I don't fuck this up. I still get a free meal, right? And he was like, no. And so I was like, I'm glad I checked. But I had actually I did all the legwork to surprise Eric with that gift card because I knew it was for him. So know that I knew and I had good
I know that you
intentions.
know that we knew.
Yeah,
All
know
right,
that I knew. If you're going to blame anyone, don't blame me for dragging my saggy ass for 2 years. Blame Austin. Blame Austin for, like, taking away my free meal.
whatever. Anyways, I'm just glad that you guys get to enjoy it.
Yes.
I did my homework. I did look this up, researched the like nicest sushi place around because I figured you'd actually eat sushi when you'd go. So hopefully it's good food.
I will eat sushi. And dude, speaking of eating wins, I had gaslit myself to high hell the past, I don't know. I don't even know. Since 2012. Yeah, 2012. That I didn't eat pork because pork was disgusting. And granted, I grew up eating like fatty deep fried pork chops and like that was really gross. But I was like, I had gaslit myself for so long being like, you don't eat pork. You're not a pork person. Pork is gross. Well, you know what? after I competed on my show and I was like, you can do hard things, we went to like Mr. Pond's, like, I don't know, it was like a ramen place, but they had like bento boxes and they had like little hot pots and stuff like that. And I saw this one thing that was like pork based, and I was like, oh, they can swap the grilled pork for grilled chicken. And so I was like telling Eric, we were like, splitting appetizers and stuff like that, and we go to place our entrees, and Eric orders what he gets, and I order what I get, and I'm like, you know what, Ashley, you're gonna eat pork and it's gonna be fucking okay. And so I order the thing and I didn't make the substitution, and Eric just like looks at me and he's about to tell the waiter like, no, she meant grilled chicken. And I would look to him and I was like, I can do hard things. And he just looked at me. He was like, okay. And let me tell you, it was fucking fantastic.
Ooh, so was it like tenderloin? Like there's different ways of
Yeah, I believe it was a pork tenderloin. It was so succulent. Like they had barbecue sauce on it, and like the barbecue sauce for me wasn't it, because like it was really sweet. It was really
mm.
sweet. So I was like scraping that off, but like the pork was so juicy and tender. It was like sliced really thin. It like melted in your mouth, and lo and behold, it kind of just tasted like fucking chicken. And I
I was
was
just
like,
about to say, so depending on the type you get, tenderloin is a lean meat, is
yes,
very similar to chicken.
yes. So I was like, you know what? You're gonna start incorporating like pork tenderloin in your off season, because like,
You're good grilled.
yeah. I was like,
They
because
usually it comes in like a long thing.
it
It's weird.
does, and Costco sells them for the 2-pack. So like we'll be good. We'll be
But
good. But
amongst that
yeah.
on the grill, honestly, anything grilled is usually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I've finally gotten into I actually really like the boneless, skinless chicken thighs, but it's like a production because that shit is nasty until you trim it up.
Yeah.
Blech. But I'll cut them up now that I use the kitchen scissors, and I really like them.
Dude, yeah, I'm sure that they do slap. But yeah, I tried pork and I actually like it. So growth.
Look at that. Broadening your palate, I love it.
I do. I do. All right. I do have one fun question. So Halloween is coming up, fall is coming
Mhm.
up. So
Yep.
I know you're not like, I know we've done the whole like Halloween candy type of thing, and you didn't have a childhood, so therefore didn't eat candy, I guess. I guess you just like didn't do like normal kid things. But what do you, since you live in a really cool fucking city, what do you like to do for the fall season in Massachusetts?
So I live in Beverly, and it's like Beverly Salem line.
Yeah.
Salem is like the city of Halloween. So from my apartment to walk downtown to the middle of Salem where like all of the stuff is only a mile. So we walk all the time because you literally can't drive it once it starts getting busy
Yeah.
because there's so much tourism, and get to see all of the like street performances and like people coming from all over the fucking world, not even just country, all over the world, dressed up in costume, and like it's really fun. I really enjoy that because like you get to see everything, and we just walk down, whatever. Josh gets friggin' treats and desserts and walk back, and
Yeah.
it's fun.
I love that. That's so special. As far as like what we like to do for like Halloween, like honestly, we've done this the past however long we've had our house. 4 years? Have we had our house for 4 years, Laura?
Mhm.
I think we have. 3 or 4 years.
So that must have
Damn.
been before we started all of this because we've been doing the podcast for like 2.5.
Yeah. So 3 years. This will be our third Halloween. But we always have our friends over after they get home from work. They just come over and we pass out Halloween candy, and we now have the reputation of the big candy bar house. And like
Ooh.
that to
You
me
get all
is,
the kids.
I get all the kids now. And at first it was, we were giving away like 2 candy bars per kids, because like, we could buy the shit from Costco, and so it's like we have plenty. And now it's to the point where it's like, well, thankfully I bought like a Costco sized Rice Krispie treat because I was eating 10 Rice Krispie treats a day into peak week. So like I got a big fucking box, and so we got Rice Krispie
I would
treats.
love that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun for like a day, and then I was like, I hate this. Anyway, I digress, but now we have Rice Krispie treats, and then well, we're gonna get the big candy bars again. So it's gonna be like you get one chocolate and one Rice Krispie treat. So I
Well,
feel
she
like,
gets some. It's like, I don't want Rice Krispie
but you
treats.
know
Like, real.
what? That bitch can have a Rice Krispie treat or chocolate, because we did have one girl, I don't like chocolate. And her mom, it goes, well, that's just too damn bad.
Yeah.
Way to go, mom! Woo!
Funny. That's
Yeah.
really funny. I was a very selective child when we did go trick or treating because I didn't like chocolate, and I only wanted the houses that gave out like Skittles and Starburst and all the like fruity shit. So
I just,
I would take it. I just wouldn't eat it.
yeah, I respect it. I respect that a child knows what they like, but, like, I was so fat, I was just happy to have free candy, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I preferred the chocolate, but, like, I wouldn't turn my nose up at dots. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like,
No,
wouldn't
I
turn my
was that
nose up.
kid that was like, if I've never tried it, I don't like it. I don't want it for like everything. I
Yeah.
remember sitting at my kitchen table with my dad eating at that time I would eat like chocolate chip muffins, chicken fingers and french fries, and bagels from Dunkin' Donuts. That was all I would eat. And my dad being like, someday this is gonna catch up to you and you're not gonna be able to do this. And I'd be like, you don't know me. Like, look at me now.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. You're now like a diversity dolly over there.
Compared to what I was, yeah, for sure. I'm surprised my parents didn't, like, question my, like, sanity or if I was good at that age because it was, like, 6 years old.
Dude, your
And
parents are like saints, honestly. Like, if I had like, and this is like a big reason why, not a big reason, but like, if I were to have a child and they would only eat that diet, like, I would, I would just be so flabbergasted because it's like, one, where did you fucking get that shit?
yeah, I don't know
Like,
where it came from.
like,
No idea. It even as a child, they'd go to, like, this, like, Chinese food restaurant that they loved. It was, like, either a Friday or Saturday night, and there was one Chinese restaurant around us that had, for kids, chicken fingers and french fries, and that would be the only place I'd go. I'd, like, literally say, "I'm staying home," as a kid, but I would go with them there because I would eat there. I would not touch Chinese food. Couldn't have paid me. I know.
dude,
I
that
was
just
des
like,
I was destined for an e
dude, I'm like thinking, I'm like, just like, you just roll up to, like, a fucking, like, Mr. Chow, and, like, you pull out a fucking bagel out of your pants because 'cause you're like, "I'm eating this bagel," and you're fucking 6 years old, like, oh my god, like, I would flush you down the toilet. I wouldn't know what else to do. I would be so upset and irate that I was like, "Just flush her like a goldfish. Just flush her.
Go fish.
Just flush her." Alright, dude, we'll have a safe time in Italy, we'll catch up in 2 weeks, we'll get our first guests on. Guys, thank you so much for your love and support and for hanging with us and growing with us.
You gotta
Please
scrub those pits. I'm
dude,
watching it.
I have been scrubbing. I scrubbed so hard that I broke my loofah, which I didn't even know that
Sorry,
was
I
an
told you that.
option.
Just let him go ahead. Alright, continue. I'm sorry.
Dude, no,
Distracting.
you're fine, you're fine. My that looks like I have leprosy, my leprosy pits. But guys,
Squirrel. No.
wah! No, but guys, thank you so much for like continuing to support us, continuing to grow with us, and please make sure that you send Megan all the love and support going to the Olympia. Like, not only are we so proud of her, not only is she proud of herself, duh, but like also the pressure and expectation she probably has on herself to do really well. Just like show her some love because like she represents not only still the physique form, but like all the love of bodybuilding, and we are just so genuinely happy and proud of her. So just go shower her with some love, and I'll actually shower with my pits, but we'll catch you next time, guys. Bye!